Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to history class. Dear student, we are going to start a new lesson. That is the second phase of the national movement. Already we have learned about the three different phases of the freedom movement of India. We have learned first phase or the period of the early nationalists from 1885 to 1907. And now it is a second phase. Okay, 1905 to 1916. Okay, a group of leaders, they led the Congress, they led the national movement, and they were known as the assertives. We will learn the meaning of the term assertive or the radicals. And their period was one of the second phase of the national movement or the phase of the assertives. Then one question to you, who were the assertives? So you can say assertives were a group of leaders in the Indian National Congress, and they led the national movement and the Congress from 1905 to 1916. Okay. They lead the national movement from 1905 to 1916. They dominated the Congress. They dominated the freedom movement with their ideas and techniques. That is why this period was known as the second phase or the phase of the assertives. Okay. And according to the revised syllabus sent by the board, we have to learn about the causes of the partition of Bengal and its perspective by the nationalists, objectives and methods of the struggle of the radicals or the assertives, any two contributions of Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal and Lala Lajpat Rai. Then about Muslim League, objectives of the Muslim League only. These are the topics that we have to learn in this lesson. First of all, we will learn about the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon, its causes. Okay, why did Lord Curzon divide Bengal into two, East Bengal and West Bengal? Before that, you will learn what was Bengal. Okay, who was Lord Curzon? And why did he divide Bengal into two? Okay, why Bengal? A question to you. It was known as the partition of Bengal. Partition of Bengal. It means Bengal was a very large province. Bengal was a province. On those days, there were many provinces, just like the present state now, provinces were there. So Bengal was a very big province. And Lord Curzon said it was very difficult to govern a single person. That is why he wrote a letter to British Parliament. Okay. And in that letter he demanded the need for, or he explained the need for partition. Okay, according to the historians. But actually, what was the real reason for the partition that we will learn? What was the real reason for the partition? What was the reason given by the Britishers for this partition? Okay, Rabindranath Tagore, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Okay, after the partition of Bengal, there was an anti-partition movement. Rabindranath Tagore played a major role in that anti-partition movement. Anti-partition movement means movement against the partition of Bengal, anti-partition. So you will learn the reactions of the people after the partition of Bengal. Reactions of the people. How did they react? Okay. What were the activities of the people during the anti-partition movement? We will learn that. Then Tilak was a popular leader of the assertive Tilak. He was from Maharashtra, Bal Gangadhar Tilak or Lokamanya. People are calling him Lokamanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lokamanya. Okay. Then you will learn about Bipin Chandrapal. Third one, Lala Lajpat Rai. They were the three prominent leaders of this wing, means the assertees. And we will learn about the contributions of these three leaders. At least two contributions we have to remember. Okay, so a very small lesson. Because of this situation, board has revised the syllabus, reduced the syllabus, and easy to remember. Okay, first of all, we will learn about the reason or the causes of the partition of Bengal. Okay, so Bengal was a very big province, Bengal, and Calcutta was the capital of the British Empire for many years. Fort William was there. Fort William, it was their administrative center, means capital Fort William. Okay, so Bengal was a very big province. Bengal. Okay, why? Listen, Lord Curzon's tenure of office as the Viceroy, 1899 to 1905. Lord Curzon was a Viceroy, and he was a anti-Indian man. Anti-Indian means he was against the interests of the Indians. Okay, that is why his period was full of controversies. One of his administrative measures that resulted in strong resentment was the partition of Bengal in 1905. Partition of Bengal, 1905. Lord Curzon divided Bengal into two, which was considered as a concealed attack, a hidden attack on Indian nationalism, in order to weaken the national movement, okay, or in order to destroy the unity of the Indians. He decided to divide Bengal into two, East Bengal and West Bengal. Okay, and then the presidency of Bengal was the most thickly populated province in British India. Bengal presidency. Officially, the presidency of Fort William and later Bengal province was a subdivision of the British Empire in India. Okay, so there were many provinces. Bengal was a province. Madras was another province. Eastern province, our present Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, okay, Odisha. So there were many provinces in the British Empire. Okay. Bengal, about Bengal, it comprised Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Chota Nagpur and some other remote areas. It extended over an area of 4,89,500 square kilometers with a huge population of over 80 million on those days. On July 20, 1905, Lord Curzon announced the division of the province of Bengal into the following two provinces. Okay, he announced no. So Lord Curzon was a viceroy and he made an announcement. What was an announcement? The scheme of partition of Bengal. Bengal, which included the western districts of Bengal proper, Bihar and Odisha with a population of 54 million. Calcutta was British capital. One Bengal. Okay. Eastern Bengal and Assam, which comprised the eastern districts of Bengal proper and Assam with a population of 31 million. Dhaka was the capital of the new province of Eastern Bengal and Assam. So Lord Curzon divided Bengal into two. He announced the plan for division. Okay, means East Bengal and West Bengal. West Bengal's capital was Calcutta. East Bengal's capital was Dhaka. Okay, his plan. The province of Eastern Bengal was dominated by Bengali Muslims and the province of Bengal was dominated by non-Bengali population with 31 million non-Bengalis out of a total 54 million. In both the provinces, the Hindu Bengali population became a minority. The scheme of partition of Bengal was implemented on October 16, 1905. Okay, why did he divide Bengal? Question to you. Answer is, actually this was not the reason. Vastness was not the reason. But Bengal was a nervous center of nationalism. What do you mean by nervous center? Bengal was the most important center of freedom movement, and Bengali nationalism was there. And this was a challenge for the British Empire on India. The growth of nationalism in Bengal and India was a challenge for the British Empire. And to meet this challenge, he divided Bengal, and in these two Bengals, he made Bengalis as minority. Okay, that was the main aim of his plan. Minority and the majority. Through this division of Bengal, he was able to reduce the voice of the Bengalis in these two Bengal. Okay, minority and the majority. Please remember. And then, according to our syllabus, we have to learn the causes also. What were the various causes for the partition of Bengal? The main motive for the partition of Bengal, according to British rulers, was administrative necessity. This was the reason given by the Britishers for the partition of Bengal. They said it is essential for bringing administrative necessity. Okay, for the smooth administration, they said it is essential. What is essential? Partition of Bengal is essential. They said that the province of Bengal was too big to be efficiently administered by a single provincial government. However, the officials who worked out the plan had other concealed. What is the meaning of the term concealed? Hidden motives. What were the real motives of the Britishers behind the partition? Real motive. Okay. Bengal was the nervous center of Indian nationalism, and that time Bengal was the nervous center of nationalism. Why did they divide Bengal? This is the answer. Point number one. On those days, Bengal was the most important place of nationalism. Nervous center means most important place. So the British hoped to stop the rising tide of nationalism by partitioning Bengal. So in order to stop the rising tide of nationalism, means the growth of nationalism in Bengal, they divided Bengal. Explaining the political purpose behind the partition, Risley, the Home Secretary to the government, said, Bengal united is a power. Bengal divided will pull in several different ways. One of our main objects is to split up and thereby to weaken a solid body of opponents to our rule. So Bengal was a challenge, Bengal was a threat. The growing nationalism of Bengal. That is why they said no, Bengal was the nervous center of nationalism, and this growth of nationalism in Bengal was a threat for the British Empire on India. That is why to weaken the Bengali nationalism or nationalism in India, they divided two Bengal, and these two Bengals, they made Bengalis as minority. Through this partition, they were able to reduce the voice of the Bengalis in India. They were able to destroy the growth of nationalism. That was their aim. That was their main aim. Okay. Second reason. What was the reason given by the Britishers for the partition? They said administrative necessity. Okay. And the partition of the state was intended to curb Bengali influence by not only placing Bengalis under two administrations, but by reducing them to a minority in Bengal itself. They reduced them as minorities in two Bengals. Through this partition, they were able to curb I mean stop the voice of the Bengalis. Okay. Then third reason given by the British, the partition was meant to foster division on the basis of religion. East Bengal would be predominantly a Muslim majority state and West Bengal would have a Hindu majority. Once again they executed the policy of divide and rule. Okay. Already we have learned after the revolt of 1857, the British introduced a policy in India, divide and rule. Because the unity of the Indians was a threat for their empire on India, and that is why in order to break the unity, they executed this policy in many times. Okay, Bengali, here the partition of Bengal was an example for their policy of divide and rule. Partition of Bengal. Okay. So the reason given by the British and the real reason for the partition. Okay. And then the Indian nationalists clearly saw the design behind the partition and condemned it. They saw that it was a deliberate attempt to divide the Bengalis on religious and territorial grounds and thereby disrupt and weaken the nationalism in Bengal. According to Indian leaders, they said what was the real reason for the partition. They saw it was a deliberate attempt to divide the Bengalis on religious and territorial grounds. Then they felt that administrative efficiency could have been better secured by separating Hindi-speaking Bihar and the Odia-speaking Odisha from the Bengali-speaking part of the province. They suggested. Who suggested? The Indian leaders. Then, moreover, the manner in which the announcement of partition was made without any regard for the public opinion hurt the sentiments of the sensitive Bengalis. So all of a sudden, without any what we call prior information or without consulting the Indian leaders or people, Lord Curzon announced his scheme within a hurry, we can say. So there was no discussion. There was no discussion with the Indian leaders about the partition. So why did they divide Bengal? What was the reason given by the British for the partition of Bengal and what was the real reason? Here one question to you. Under what pretext? Pretext means reason given by something and that is the real reason. Under what pretext Lord Curzon divided Bengal? Then you can write the reason given by the British for the partition was administrative necessity. Actually, what was reason? Already we have learned. Bengal was the nervous center of nationalism, and this growing nationalism in Bengal was a threat for their empire on India. And to weaken the growing nationalism in Bengal and to break the unity of the Bengalis, they divided Bengal into two. It was a result of their policy of divide and rule. They divided Bengal into two, East Bengal and West Bengal, on religious ground. No, one had Hindu majority and one had Muslim majority. After the partition of Bengal, you will learn. So, East Bengal's capital was Dhaka, no? And Dhaka was the main center of political activities of the Muslims. You will learn 1906, the Muslims of India formed a political party. It was Muslim League. You will learn Dhaka was the main center of their political activities. A support from the British. Here also one reason the British played a major role for the formation of the Muslim League because the popularity of the Congress was increasing on every day. Popularity and the membership of the Indian National Congress was increasing, and this popularity of the Indian National Congress was a threat for the British. So in order to weaken In order to counter the popularity of the Indian National Congress, the British officials supported the Muslim leaders to form a new political party. And you will learn after the formation of the Muslim League. So what was the main objective of the Muslim League? Other objectives also you will learn. Then the role played by M.A. Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Okay, you will learn all this. Okay, so we have learned about the causes of partition of Bengal. Please remember. Okay, according to I already said now, according to the revised syllabus, causes of the partition of Bengal. And now you will learn about the reactions of the people and the race. Okay, next video we will learn. Okay, thank you.